Mr. Perfect, the book for today. Mr. Perfect lives in a tip-top cottage, and on this perfect summer's day, his house was also looking even more perfect than usual. Not certain, out of place. She's perfect. I suppose you're wondering why Tip-Top Cottage was looking so perfect. I shall tell you. It was Mr. Perfect's birthday, and he was having a party. There was a knock at the door. "Perfect," cried Mr. Perfect. "How very kind of you," he said when he saw that all his guests had brought wonderful looking presents. "Please do come in. And if nobody minds, we'll open the presents later." Nobody minded in the least. Well, almost nobody. Who is it? Oh, let's see. Of course not. Mr. Perfect had perfect manners, unlike rude Mr. Uppity. "Oh no, my dear Mr. Uppity, we shan't be bored today," replied thus. "We shall dance." She's perfect at it. Unfortunately, Mr. Clumsy, being his usual clumsy self, broke a pile of plates. Do you think this upsets Mr. Perfect? Of course not. "Don't worry, Mr. Clumsy," said Mr. Perfect. And being Mr. Perfect person, he was not in the least bit plates, and made of cardboard. Wow. Then he brought in a cake. It was huge. It looked wonderful. It smelled terrific. And Mr. Greedy! He's at the party. Oh, this is not going to go well. Mr. Greedy thought it tasted delicious. He gobbled up the whole cake in 3 seconds flat. There wasn't a crumb left for anybody else. Do you think this upsets Mr. Perfect? Once everything had been eaten, Mr. Perfect opened his presents. Well, not quite. "What about my present?" cried Mr. Mean. Mr. Mean's parcel was so small that Mr. Perfect had not seen it. Mr. Perfect opened the tiny parcel, wrapped it in newspaper. "Oh, Mr. Mean," said Mr. Perfect, "you've given me a lump of coal. How kind of you. It's delightful. If I'd known, I'd only have given him a lump," grumbled Mr. Mean. "What's that?" roared Mr. Uppity. "I don't have time to waste. You know you'd better make sure we don't get bored today. Do you think, Miss Perfect?" Of course not. Being perfect, he had already guessed what would happen. Quickly, he brought out lots of small cakes. There were plenty for everybody, even Mr. Perfect, but as well was not greedy. He only ate one. "That's it. I've had enough," cried Mr. Uppity suddenly. "I'm fed up with you. Most enormous, adorable inspection for with you. Would you be so kind as to tell me what might be Mr. Perfect, politely as ever. "Don't you understand?" cried Mr. Uppity. "Your fault, tears." "No, it's no one's fault. Let's carry on." Okay, guys? Just carry on this nice book. That you have no fault. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos.